Music. Drop it. Oh, music on you stop. Yeah.
320. I'm Foni Jarrol from Capital FM. Your volume, please. It is quarter versus the. It is of course Sintet FC and Sintet United. It is Sintet FC defeated United by 2-1. And oh boy, and of course, oh boy, they lost the final. That's a Kamanga to be precise. Here we are. Joined by Parliament Fati, together with Esaba from Capital FM, together with, of course, Nyimasada, Camera, and of course, Ali Udahaba. For the first time here at the Foni Jarrol it is all family affair.
Saliu, I think deep into the commentary we have to welcome, not to welcome Isaba, because I believe he is the one who should welcome us here at the Foni Jarrol football field. You must welcome Isaba to this very football field, where any moment from now we're going to have an all Sintet affair.
Yeah, nothing is sweeter than sitting alongside your bosses. It will be a long evening of ride, a long evening of learning. But of course, this is a final that was eagerly anticipated by many football faithfuls. Long time ago, when you talk about Foni Jarrol football, Sintet and Wasadu come to the fore. And for this year, though, Mr. Pa, it is a final of the same village of different Kabilo. But in the end, we all know it is a prize for the big years. Whether it will go to Sintet FC's way or United way remains to be seen. But one thing is apparent, it's turning out to be a kind of, I'm very, very glad to be in our district, in my very own district. Of course, a bona fide member of this land, born and brought up here. So, Mr. Foni Jarrol, Mr. Pafati, we are very delighted to have you on board and looking forward to a very, very good game.
Thank you very much, Isaba Aliaron, Foni Jarrol, and in case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we coming to you live from the Foni Jarrol football field, and for the very first time live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and YouTube. At the commentary deck, just as I said earlier, Parliament Fati, Foni Jarrol Isaba, and behind the camera as usual for LSTV is Osman and Yimasa the Cham. And the ground is all set, and all set for this huge class. Of course, it is an all Sintet derby, an all Sintet class between Sintet FC and Sintet United. Of course, it's a class between the 2023 champions and the 2024 runners-up. And Sintet FC won the competition in 2023, while Sintet United were the finalists in the last edition, where they lost to Kamanka on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. And here they are, looking for the trophy for the very first time. Will they be able to get it? Of course, it's the biggest ambition, but of course the biggest question. And if they want to have that, they will surely get a victory over the boys in red colors, which is Sintet Football Club. Foni Jarrol, the ground is all set. Which of the side will surely bag the maximum points and lay a hand on the giant trophy? And the whooping cash prize, of course, the biggest ambition for both sides, but also a huge mountain to climb.
Indeed, a big mountain to climb to be precise, Pafati. You look at, of course, Coach Alaji, who guided, of course, the Sintet United, served them for 2 years, then resigned, and later came back on the stage. You know, his first ever final today on the touchline for Sintet United. You know, playing against Sintet FC, a family, to be precise, that left each other the early years. Made in 2019 to be precise, or found in 2019. Likewise, Sintet FC, Sintet FC found in 2016 to be precise. When you look at this, they will tell you the money doesn't matter. What matters is the trophy. The trophy matters, and we will go back to Sister Foni Jarrol, Campant, and of course, Wasadu to be precise, and others. You know, all Puma, even Fulakunda participated in this tournament. Anko, just to name a few, a lot. I feel Arankol to piece. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, as I will help me later. Arankol were here, but they lost in this journey via the semis in the hands of course, one of the finalists today, that is Sintet United. What a journey and what a final, what a journey. Probably they will tell you the mantra is to bring, this Foni Jarrol district under one umbrella. And that is indeed achievable. You look at the ambience from the onset, from the starting, the everything is alive. This is a big final. It is of course a family final. And when we say it's a family final, we expect a lot in this final. A lot of ingredients. Forget about Jonathan's ingredients. This is Foni Jarrol's ingredients.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And in case you're just joining us, the ground is all set for this huge clash. The ground is all set for the huge clash between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. Sintet Football Club dressed in red and white shorts, red shorts and red socks. And Sintet Football Club are currently having its players, some on their knees and some firmly standing on their feet. And on the other side is Sintet United, who are dressed in white and red and blue shorts and dark blue socks. And any moment from now, the central referee will surely get us underway. And it gets us underway from the Foni Jarrol football field. Of course, it is the Foni Jarrol district football final, which is currently underway between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. And any moment from now, the central referee will surely get us underway. And the referee is Ansumana Jiba, having the assistance of Siaka Dabo, Simon Sambu, and Hassan Jaju is serving as the fourth assistant referee. And special thanks to the organizing committee of Foni Jarrol District of Sports Committee under the dynamic leadership of Ansumana Sanyang as chairman. The central referee is set, and the two sides are also set for this huge class. And any moment from now, it's going to be a great battle. Of course, an all Sintet affair, coming to you live from the Foni Jarrol football field. And in case you're just joining us, this is also coming to you live on LSTV, on both Facebook and YouTube. At the commentary desk for Lamin Fati, Sali Ujalo Isaba, and behind the camera, as usual, of course, is no other person but Osman Kamara and Niman Sata Cham. Isaba, the ground is all set, and we are expected to see an interesting fixture between these two football clubs of Sintet.
A staggering fixture, of course, we are looking forward to seeing. And most definitely we will. These are two teams who are committed for glory. Two teams who have been doing it remarkably well, admirably well in this competition. And if there's anything you are expecting to see, is beautiful football, is technical discipline, is cohesion, is slick passing, is hunger for tackles, eye for goal, great movement, great creativity is what we are expecting to see. But whether we will see it or not remains to be seen. But one thing is apparent. It is a game of utter expectation, and a game that we believe more will be seen.
There is going to be a minute of silence, and after that will surely get us to the kickoff. And Lamin Baji is going to take the kickoff, and the kickoff will surely get us underway at the Foni Jarrol District football field, where any moment from now it's going to be a huge clash. Of course, is an all Sintet affair. Sintet FC taking on Sintet United, and the ground is set, and that's going to be give us the kickoff, and there we go. That's the kickoff quickly taken, and there we go with the clash. And already it's an all Sintet affair between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. And in case you're just joining us, this is also coming to you live on LSTV at the commentary desk, just as I said earlier, Parliament Fati, Sali Ujalo Isaba, and behind the camera operations is Osman and Newmans at the Cham. Special thanks to the entire management and staff of Foni Jarrol District Football Committee, and a huge turnout at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field. And this is the football field that is going to host and is currently hosting the whole Sintet affair between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. And before going deep into the commentary, we're going to have a quick rundown on the starting 11 for the home side Sintet Football Club, who is currently under the guidance of Ismail Atamba, having the assistance of Moduso and Omar Jallo. Sintet Football Club is starting with Abdullah Jallo, Abdullah Daborada in goal, Bakari Diba, Nano Tamba and Sumana Sanyang, Suleiman Jame, Modu Sumare Kekoyo Jase, Demba Jaju, Demba Okeba Tamba, Lamin Wai Tamba and Seku Sambu completing the 11 for the home side Sintet Football Club. And on the other end, it's going to give us a minute of silence. We're going to observe a minute of silence. A minute of silence.
Nice to meet you, and I'm really happy that you are around. Thank you, sir. Thanks for honoring our experience. And we also appreciate your promotions. Yeah, big man.
Boss,
I miss you too.
everything okay?
Yeah. I believe everything is okay. Yeah. Welcome, huh?
There we go, and back to the live commentary. But before going deep into the commentary, Sintet Football Club, under the guidance of Ismail Tamba, having the assistance of Modu Sow and Omar Jallo as first and second assistants, is currently starting in goal with Abdullah Dabo, Bakari Diva, Nano Tamba, and Sumana Sanyang, Suleiman Jame, Modu Sumare, Kekoyo Jasi, Demba Jaju, Keba Tamba, Lamin White Tamba, and Seku Sambu, completing the 11 for Sintet Football Club. Sintet United starting in goal with Sambu Jan Kamara, Lamin Tamba, Suleiman Tamba, Alaji Kuli, Amadou Kasama, Abdou Tamba, Alassana Baji, Sanusi Baro, Mahmoudou Tamba, Mahmoudou Baji, and Bakari Baji, completing the 11 for Sintet United. And Sintet Football Club is currently dressed in red shorts and white and red socks, now playing from our right to left from where we are seated, while the other side of Sintet United dressed in white, red and blue shorts and dark blue socks. And Sintet United is currently playing from our left to right from where we are seated, and the central referee is Ansumana Jiba, having the assistance of Siaka Dabo, Simon Sambu and Hassan Jaju as the fourth assistant referee. It has been a colorful afternoon. Of course, a huge turnout from the Foni Jarrol district football field, and this is surely going to be an infringement as signaled by the central referee Ansumana Jiba, and already is an advantage to Sintet United. At the last time Sintet United played the final was the last edition, where they lost to Kamanga on post my shootout after 1-1 in regulation, and hoping to win the competition for the very first time. And if they have to win it, they have to surely do that against Sintet Football Club. And Sintet Football Club won it in 2013, hoping to win it once again. This time it's a set piece for Sintet United, and already two players on the wall for Sintet Football Club, and Sintet United to deliver this set piece. A crowded penalty area for Sintet Football Club. This one is a decent one. Launch that ball forward, partly headed out by Sintet Football Club. Another attempt, another clearance, this time around from Sintet United. And Sintet United is under the guidance of Ismail Tamba. Sintet Football Club having the head coach Ismail Tamba.
Sintet FC are the one on white. That's where Ismail Tamba is good. Stand. Sintet FC is the red one. This one is Sintet FC. That's where Ismail is good.
There we go, and it is Sintet United up against Sintet Football Club, and Sintet United is currently in white, blue and red shorts, blue shorts and dark blue socks. That is Sintet United, and Sintet Football Club in red colors. It's a long one coming from Sintet United. Caught out partly. Thank you very much for that rectification. Sintet FC in white, blue and white shorts, blue shorts and dark blue socks, while Sintet United in red shorts and red socks. And Sintet United is currently playing from our right to left from where we are seated, while Sintet Football Club playing from our left to right. And Sintet Football Club is under the guidance of Ismail Tamba, Modu Sow and Omar Jallo as his first and second assistant coaches, and in the other dugout is Ismail Kota as head coach for Sintet United, having the assistance of Lamin Dabo and Mustafa Abaji. It's a delivery. This time around it is Sintet FC on a clearance, partly done by Sintet Football Club. Sintet United will now have the opportunity, and Sintet United hoping to win it for the very first time. And if they are to win it, they have to do that against Sintet Football Club, a side that won it in the last or in 2023. And Sintet United are the last year's finalists. Will they be able to lay a hand this time around? Of course, it's the biggest ambition, but of course the biggest question. This time it is an opportunity for Sintet now. Not a very good clearance. Another opportunity opportunity for Sintet Football Club to clear their line. Sintet Football Club lost it to Sintet United. Can they find the back of the net? Sintet United, and this time it's a decent one. Never troubled the goalkeeper as the ball sailed off target, and it's the goal kick for Sintet Football Club. And in case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're still coming to you live from the Foni Jarrol football field in the Foni Jarrol district football final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. And so far so good. Few minutes into this contest, it is already nil apiece. Nil between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. Sintet Football Club under the guidance of Ismaila Tamba, Modu Sowano Marjalo, and on the other dogard is Alaji Korta, Lamin Dabo and Mustafa Baji, and the central referee of this crucial fixture, crucial final between Sintet Football Club, it's Ansumana Jiva, having the assistance of Siaka Dabo, Simon Sambu and Hassan Jaju as the fourth assistant referee. Lively scenes, great turnout, massive turnout, Salih Ujalo, from the Foni Jarrol district football field, where we are currently witnessing the grand final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United, of course, an all Sintet affair at the Foni Jarrol district football field.
Well, you call this community football the best part, I think. You look at the turnout, this is the sense of belonging and ownership. This is what we all love reporting. And we did say, you go to Kagul, you don't get this, Baba. This is just amazing, Baba. We love this.
You wouldn't get it anywhere, and the only place where you can get it, of course, is at the Foni Jarrol football field, a ground that is currently hosting this crucial and grand football final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. And it's already a goal kick, and it's a goal kick for Sintet Football Club. And Sintet Football Club playing from our left to right, from where we are seated, dressed in white, red and blue shorts and dark blue socks, playing from our left to right, while Sintet United in red colors, playing from our right to left. It's going to be a tussle on the other end. Team captain trying to guard that ball off the area, and already the final touch on the player, this time around planning to clear his line, and already the flag of the assistant referee up against Sintet Football Club, and Sintet United will have the opportunity to get this deep in their own half. And Sintet United having the team captain Alaji Koli. Alaji Koli is the central defender and team captain for Sintet United. And in case you're just joining us, Sintet Football Club is currently under the guidance of Ismaila Tamba, Modu Sowano Marjalo, and they are starting with Abdullah Dabo in goal, Bakari Dibanano Tamba, and Sumana Sanyang, Suleiman Jame, Modu Sumare Kekoyo Jasi, Cape Demba Jaju, Keba Tamba, Lamin White, Tambas and Seku Sambu, completing the 11 for Sintet Football Club. And currently Sintet Football Club is currently having a player down injured, and the central referee currently on the player as he is trying to assess his level of injury before giving any chance for the medics to come to the rescue of this player in question. Isaba, this is home for you. Of course, yes, it has been a massive turnout. Of course, yes, this is for the very first time we are here, and we believe this shouldn't be a surprise having this huge turnout here at the Foni Jarrol district football field.
Yeah, not at all surprised at all. Knowing the magnitude of the game and the teams that are competing, of course, who are doing remarkably done well. These are teams that when they are playing, even if it is not the final, the crowd and the turnout is always good. So let alone the final, you can be hoping for more in the second period, more and more people coming, and fingers crossed that we are going to have a game that will reflect the supporters' expectation and the number of turnout. But the Sintet United team in this tournament, in the few games out which have played some remarkably beautiful football, but this is a final, it doesn't require much of a beauty. What matters is getting the bigger crowd, and that is the primary objective for both teams this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Isaba. Earlier on, Salih Ujalo, and behind the camera operations is Osman and Yemans and the chairman. In case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live from the Foni Jarrol district football field in the grand final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. And currently, it is 0-0 in the Sintet affair between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. It is Sintet Football Club now, not a very good clearance. This time around into the half of Sintet United, who recollects that ball quickly, and Sintet United lost possession. Recovered quickly. They will now use the right side of the attack to penetrate, and the central defender just there in time for Sintet Football Club, trying to guard that ball off the area, and decently done. And that was indeed a great clearance coming from the central defender and number 18 for Sintet Football Club. And it's going to be another opportunity for Sintet United. Unfortunately lost it, and this time it's a goal kick as the assistant referee pointed for a goal kick to Sintet Football Club. Lively scenes, great turnout, and also live on LSTV1. Already 8 minutes into this contest unofficial at the commentary desk for LSTV Parliament Party. Saliu Jallo Isaba, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara and Niman Sadacham. Lively scenes from the Foni Jarrol District Football Field in the grand final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Nothing separating the two after seeing the first 8 minutes unofficial in this contest. We'll be solely going to get a win and also lay a hand on the giant trophy and the whooping cash prize. Of course, it's the biggest ambition, but also the biggest question for both Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Of course, we are entertained right from the beginning, Saliu, and I believe we will continue to be entertained as far as this grand final is concerned.
Absolutely, and you look at, of course, Sintet FC, they're using, of course, Tamba Lamin, the number 10 on the road to goal for the time being. And you look at the game, it's end-to-end football here. And of course, Pafati, it's more of like the South American way of football, and end-to-end football. They're all fast on their feet. That's a chance for Sintet FC.
It's an attack coming from Sintet FC, trying to get that ball forward, caught out partly. Another opportunity for Sintet United to clear their line, currently struggling, on the team captain and number 4, Alaji Kole, getting that ball off the area. Sintet Football Club will now have the opportunity to get that, and it's going to be a throw-in. Number 12 is getting that for Sintet Football Club, and the number 12 is Bakari Diba, and Bakari playing that ball short. Great control. Can they keep that ball in play? Ball is already been got off the area for a throw-in to Sintet United, and it is already a classy and a grand final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club, of course, and all a Sintet affair at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field in this year's Foni Jarrol District Football Final. Of course, yes, 8 teams played in the competition, and here we are. The finalists are teams from Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Another header, this time around, player wrestled, and nothing given by the central referee, as the central referee already pointed for a goal kick. And Suwana Jiba is the central referee, having the assistance of Siaka Dabo, Simon Sambu and Hassan Jajo. There is a player currently down injured, and the player currently down injured is first checked by the central referee before deciding what to do, Salim.
Well, Lamitama was trying to hook the referee to give something different to that what is already right now there, but the referee turned deaf ears to that. That was just a sport on from the central referee, and it's a goal kick to Sintet United. As I mentioned earlier, they tend to use the 2 Tambas, that is Lamin Tamba, and of course Keba Tamba, the number 13 as well in this game, in the front 3 for Sintet FC in this game. I was made to understand Keba Sabrina Pamodo.
There we go. Back to the live commentary. It is now the turn of Sintet Football Club around the center circle. Keba Tamba trying to pull these things in the heart of midfield. This time Sintet United regained possession, not for too long. It is Sintet Football Club. Back to the central defender, number 2, who controls that ball beautifully, and Sumana Sanyang. Launch that ball forward around the center circle. Lyman Russell down around the center circle. Great interchange of possessive football between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. And you could hear the cheers and shouts coming from the supporters. And already the central referee has already given an advantage to the boys in red, and the boys in red is Sintet United, and Sintet United will now have the opportunity to benefit from this set piece around the center circle. It's going to be a set piece, and Suleiman Tamba is getting this for Sintet United. Sintet United in red colors. Suleiman launched that ball forward into the half of Sintet Football Club. A strong header, clearance coming from Sintet Football Club. Partly done, Sintet United regain possession, and it is now the number 4 Alaji Kole who launched that ball forward. The goalkeeper came rushing, and already it's going to be a corner as signaled by the central referee, and the referees and Sumana Jiva having the assistance of Siaka Dabo, Simon Sambu and Hassan Jajo. Massive turnout, of course. That is indeed the first corner, if we may get it right, and it's the fourth corner for Sintet United, and the boys in red colors, Sintet United, hoping to win it for the very first time, while Sintet Football Club won it in 2023 and also hoping to get it once again. Will they be able to get it once again? Of course, it's the biggest ambition. Under the guidance of Ismail Atamba, having the assistance of Modu Sowan Omar Jallo, it's going to be a corner, and a corner for Sintet United. Sintet United dressed in red and white shirts, red shorts and red and white socks, while Sintet Football Club in white, blue and red shirts, blue shorts and dark blue socks, and Sintet United under the guidance of Ismail Atamba. Modu Sowan Omar Jallo on the order dog is Alaji Kota, Lamin Dabo and Mustafa Baji as the assistant coaches. It's a corner, and a corner to the boys in red and white. Sintet United hoping to win it for the very first time at the Jarrol football field. Are we going to have a victory in regulation or post-match shootout? Decently done. The goalkeeper came rushing already. Headed out partly by Sintet Football Club. And Sintet United regained possession quickly. Interchange of possessive football coming from the boys in red and white, Sintet United. And already the ball is already off. And there is a throw-in signaled by the assistant referee's flag. It has been a lively contest. Great possessive display. Isaba, we are definitely enjoying the great display of talent that we have already seen so far at the Jarrol football field. Of course, in the old Sintet affair between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. This time around it's going to be an attack. It is Sintet United and the target sailed over the crossbar. But before that, that was a clash between the two players. But the central referee waved in for a play on Isaba.
Yeah, he waved play on, and that would be a goal kick for Sintet FC. Power is turning out to be a very, very good game. No team is yet to lay a foot on the game so far. It's been a fairly decent battle for both sides. There is a bit of composure lacking in the final third, some defensive mishaps there, some through balls coming in through, and it requires an almighty doing for any team to break it deadlock. But for now though, the team that sets their mark the faster will have an almighty advantage on this game. But it looks as though both teams want to have the grabs. Where it will go remains to be seen. But it's turning out to be a fiercely contested affair, Mr. Fatih.
There we go. Aliron, Foni Jarrol and Isaba from the Foni Jarrol district football field. And the player is currently back on his feet for Sintet Football Club. And Sintet Football Club is currently dressed in white, red and blue shirts, and dark blue socks. And it's going to be a goal kick and will be taken by the goalkeeper Abdullah Dabo. Abdullah Dabo playing that ball short to the central defender. Sintet Football Club will start the play from their own half. And currently in a slow motion. Will they be able to keep that ball in play? Already the flag up against Sintet United, and Sintet Football Club will have the opportunity, and the left back will get that, playing that ball short, ball being chested down. Another opportunity for Sintet United to move that ball forward, currently around the area, dribble past a group of players. Can they get something from this? Sintet United on a clearance, currently partly cleared by Sintet United, and Sintet Football Club regain possession, and it has been a lively contest. Great display of talent between the two Sintet clubs of Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Decently done, partly cleared by Sintet United around the area. This time it is Sintet Football Club trying to test the goalkeeper from distance, and of course that wasn't a great one. Great recovery from Sintet Football Club. Great backing, and the final touch on Sintet United is a throw in and will be taken by Kekoyo Jasi. Kekoyo regained possession once again, and already he missed possession, and it's going to be a throw in, and team captain and number 4 for Sintet United will benefit from that throw in. Alaji Kuli. Alaji is the team captain and one of the defenders for Sintet United, and Kuli is currently one of the central defenders for Sintet United, and Sintet United in their own half. This time around the center circle will launch an attack. Alasana moves that ball forward. That's a collision. Play on, says the central referee. Calling once again Alasana. Will he be able to keep that ball in play? Already the flag of the assistant referee. Up and up against Sintet United. Foni Jarrol, these two sides wouldn't want to lose against each other. It's either going to be Sintet United or Sintet Football Club to be crowned champions. Of course, whosoever wins, it's going to be a victory, and a victory of course for Sintet.
No one wants to lose, but it's unfortunate part. It's a final. And there must be a winner at the end of the day, but overall, Foni Jarrol wins, and it is what it is. But just to call out the Council of Elders on the high table, and those jewelers below the table as well. It's going to be the fourth corner for Sintet FC in this game after 18 minutes played according to the clock. Well, we recognize the presence of Mr. Ibrahim Keke Sanyan, Chief to be precise, Mr. Lamed Tamba, Aisha Tamba, Sirifu Tamba, Ibrahim Manjan, Mr. Absumana Manjan, Mr. Ali Ture, Mr. Modu Pati, Mr. Yaya Pati, was it Yaya Pati? Aliu Badara Sare, after the set piece.
It's a corner for Sintet Football Club, a decent delivery. This time around caught out by Sintet United partly. Another opportunity for the 2023 champion Sintet Football Club. And this time Sintet United will launch in a quick counter-attack using the right side of the attack to penetrate. Can they get something from this? Already the central referee waved in for a play on. Great control by the number 7 Bakari Baji. And Bakari back to the advancing right wing back for Sintet United. Sintet lost it to Sintet Football Club around the area. Sintet Football Club this time around dressed in multiple colored shirts, blue shirts and dark blue colors, and already player wrestled, and already the central referee waving in for an infringement, and this time in favor of Sintet Football or Sintet United Football Club. And the central referee of this crucial final is Ansumana Jiba, having the assistance of Siaka Dabo, Simon Sambu and Hassan Jaju as the fourth assistant referee. It's an opportunity for Sintet United to benefit from this set piece deep inches of the dividing line, and it's Sintet United to deliver this. Back to you, Salu.
Absolutely, you look at the turnout, you feel home, indeed. But we remember Mr. Aliyu Badarasane, Pojang, you have Karamo Tamba, Alkalo Mutulame Tamba of Kalaji, of Alkalo Sekukoli. Thank you very much, Council of Elders, for witnessing this grand finale. You have the Foni Jarrol football field. Ties over to you.
In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're coming to you from the Jarrol football field in Foni Jarrol district. Of course, it is the district football final in the all Sintet affair between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United, and currently it is 0-0. Solid defensive work, partly done by Sintet United Football Club, and Sintet United already there and clearing their line. It's going to be an opportunity for the team captain and number 4, Alaji Koli, to benefit from that throw. Alaji is one of the players operating on the left wing of Sintet United Football Club, and Sintet United will now have the opportunity. Not a great control. This time Sintet United in their own half, having it tough against Sintet Football Club, and the last fixture played between these two sides was a victory for Sintet Football Club over Sintet United. Can Sintet United get a revenge on Sintet Football Club remains to be seen, and if they are to do that, they can solely do that in this final, in the final of 2024-25 of Foni Jarrol District Football Competition. Of course, it is an old Jarrol affair between Foni Jarrol or between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United or Sintet Football Club on the other end. Ball forward. This time not a great control on the flag of the assistant referee. Straight down, it is now the opportunity for Sintet United to break. A solid defensive work coming from Sanusi Barrow. Sanusi not for a great one. Already back to the central defender on 19 for Sintet Football Club, Suleiman Jame. And Suleiman already wrestled as signaled by the central referee. And it's going to be an opportunity for Sintet Football Club to benefit from that set piece deep in their own half. And central defender Suleiman Jame is getting that. And in case you're just joining us, Sintet Football Club under the guidance of Ismail Atamba, having the assistance of Modu Sow. Amar Jallo is starting in goal with Abdullah Dabo, Bakari Diba, Nano Tamba and Sumana Sanyang, Suleiman Jame, Modu Sumare, Kekoyo Jasi, Kremba Jaju, Keba Tamba, Lamin White Tamba and Seku Sambu, completing the 11 for Sintet Football Club and Sintet United under the guidance of Alaji Korta. Lamin Dabo and Mustafa Baji is starting in goal with Sambujan Kamara, Lamin Tamba, Suleiman Tamba, Alaji Koli, Amadou Gassama, Abdou Tamba, Alasana Baji, Sanusi Baro, Mamudu Tamba, Mamudu Baji and Bakari Baji, completing the starting 11 for Sintet United. And Sintet United is currently playing from our right to left, while Sintet FC kicking from our left to right. It's a solid defensive ball coming from Sintet United, and it is currently 0-0. And we believe a goal in this contest any moment will definitely change the dynamics. Beauty of this side will solely find the back of the net. Sintet United, solid defensive work coming from Sintet Football Club around the area. But before that, the central referee Ansumana Kiba just there in time to wave in for an infringement against Sintet United, and Sintet Football Club will have the opportunity to deliver this set piece deep in their own half. Salu Jallo, we believe a goal in this contest will definitely change the dynamics and will also serve as a wake-up call between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club.
A goal in this two side for the first time is going to be a goal to remember the three sides. That will change the mantra and the ambience in this beautiful ground here. You look at the ground, people are still coming in. As I told you, wait for the second half. They'll be married to the pitch. This is just community football at its best. And that is Satamba who failed to connect the dot there for Sintet FC. and it benefits a throw in within a blink of an eye. But then, a goal will surely change the mantra here.
A goal will definitely change the entire dynamics in this grand final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. And already that's a foul through a signal by the assistant referee Siaka Dabo. And the player and driving ball back and penalized by the flag of the assistant referee. Team captain Alaji Koli will get that for Sintet United. Sintet United dressed in red colors, and already is an infringement. Infringement on the center forward and 17 Mahmoud Baji. It is now the turn of the boys in red colors. Sintet United once again. Of course, it's an all Sintet affair between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club in this year's Foni Jarrol District Football Final. Of course, 8 teams competed in this year's competition, and in Group A we had Sintet FC, Jordan FC, Wasadu Football Club, and in Group B we had Sintet United, Adulai FC and Jarrol back down, and already is another opportunity, and the goalkeeper will surely guard that ball off the area for a goal kick to Sintet Football Club. Just as I was saying, in Group B we had Sintet United, Adulai FC and Jarrol back out of the competition. Group C we had Sintet FC, Arankon FC and Kamanka Football Club. And in the quarter-final, before these two sides advancing to the final, in the quarter-final it was Sintet Football Club nil, Adulai Football Club nil, and Sintet FC won on post-match shootout after 0-0 in regulation to advance to the semi-final. And in the other quarter-final, it was Sintet United 2, Kamanka 1. In the semi-final, Sintet FC 1, Jordan 1, and Sintet FC won on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. And in the other semi-final, Sintet United 2, Arankon 1, and Sintet United and FC both booking places in the respective final of this year's Foni Jarrol District Football Competition. And here they are in the grand final at the Foni Jarrol Football Field. And of course, it is an all Sintet affair between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Saliu Jallo, great statistics here. Sintet United or Sintet Football Club won all their games on post-match shootout. In the quarter-final, they won on post-match shootout, and also in the semi-final, won on post-match shootout. Sintet United defeated their opponents 2-1 in the quarter-final, and also another 2-1 victory in the semi-final before booking a place to set up a final against Sintet Football Club.
There's a difference in that the other side is good on lottery and is true lottery's luck. That's why they're into the final. And the other one have to finish the tax within the 90 minutes, and that's why they are here. When you look at the competition this year, Pafati, you know, you wouldn't be surprised seeing these two sides. But he lost his first grip. That is the tall, lanky shortstopper of Sintet FC. They did not buy a ticket to be here. They fought tooth and nail. They toiled and moiled to be here in this final. And that is why we call it a family affair.
Oh yeah, of course, a family affair from the Foni Jarrol football field in the Grand District Football Final. Of course, an old Sintet affair. Sintet United against Sintet Football Club. It is now the turn of Sintet Football Club trying to get something from this. Partly cleared by Sintet United, and already the flag of the assistant referee up against Sintet Football Club. And Sintet Football Club continue to search for a breakthrough. But currently they are both struggling to find the back of the net, and just as I said earlier, the goal and a goal will definitely change the dynamic as this grand final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club is concerned. And you are reminded that we also coming to you live from the Foni Jarrol District Football Field, and the game is also live on LSTV on both Facebook and YouTube. And the commentator expert Lavin Fatih, Isaba, and behind camera operations is Osman It is already 26 minutes into the contest, and the first half to be precise between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club, and nothing separating the two. It is now the turn of Sintet United on the attack, using the left side of the attack through Mahmoud Baji. Mahmoud Baji is 17, trying to use his pace and skill, and already is a decent one, trying to unlock the central defender, switches the play from the left to the right. It is now the turn, or still the turn of Sintet United, who are trying to find the back of the net before lemon time. And of course, a goal in this contest will definitely change the dynamics of this contest. Around the area, player Rasul, and given by the central referee, and the referees and Sumana Jiva. Siaka Dabo is the fourth, is one of the assistants. Simon Sambo and Hassan Jaju is the fourth assistant referee in this grand football final. And grand football final at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field. It is Mahmoud Baji who controls that ball decently. Already player Rasul, and rewarded by the central referee, and the player in question is Alassane Abba. Baji. And Baji Alassana has been rewarded by the central referee. And the central referee very close to the scene, of course. It is definitely going to be a set piece at a great position. They just need a dead ball specialist. It's about to deliver this good. They just need a Declan Rice type of midfielder to deliver the goods for Sintet United.
Declan Rice type on just one evening is very, very difficult to see. Was it a piece of luck or a piece of genius? Would Sintet United have both combined? Would they have the luck and genius in total? Remains to be seen. But it is in a very, very good position. But this one power requires utter power, precision and placement. Do they have the leg? And do they have the audacity to try? But you see this goal, Mr. Park.
It's a set piece and currently having 2 players on the ball for Sintet United, and currently it's a giant ball. This time around, Baji floats that ball forward. That was definitely very close. Definitely very close. There was a shout, and you could hear the cheers and shouts coming from the supporters of Sintet United. That was definitely a close effort coming from Mahmoudou Baji. And Mahmoudou's effort sailed into soft target Saliu Jallow. That was definitely very close. And if that was a goal for Sintet United, will definitely get the entire supporters into raptures.
Well, that is a wake-up call for Sintet FC. And just a straight throw from our comedy next year. We have seen, of course, Mahmoudou Baji giving, of course, the number 12. That is, of course, Bakari Diba. A very difficult evening here in this grand finale. But of course, the finale will be named after a late hero, a fallen hero to precise, that is Omaru MH Bato precise, who played a pivotal role in this district, that is Foni Jarrol to precise. He is loved by many and hated by none. It's MH Bato precise, Pafati. Well, on the high table as well, we recognize the presence of Suteba, Mr. Kekunsar, Lamed Baji Alkano, Sintet, Fakeba Jame, ex-chairperson, and other dignitaries here. And it's a set piece for the team that is yet to register a second target in this game after 30 minutes, half an hour played here at the Foni Jarrol football field. It is still goalless, and one of the players of Sintet FC is on the ground. Just a strong throw from the table in front of Sintet FC. And that's a set piece on the other side around the technical bench of Sintet United. And Kekoyo Jazzy, who are donning number 14 jersey for Sintet FC, will be the one to take this one. Might be an outfinger. Pafati, over to you.
It is now the opportunity of for Sintet Football Club, and it is Sintet FC to deliver this. A long one into the area, partly headed out by Sintet United, and Sintet United will use the left side of the attack to penetrate. Unfortunately, the advancing player failing to control that. The player in question is Mahmoudou Baji, and Mahmoudou Baji is 17 for Sintet United. Sintet United under the guidance of Alaji Lamin Dabo and Mustafa Baji, while Sintet Football Club under the guidance of Ismaila Tamba, Modu Sow and Omar Jallow. Which of the sides will lay a hand on this giant trophy and the whooping cost prize remains to be seen. Of course, the biggest ambition, but also the biggest question. That seems to be a serious clash between the two players, and the player is currently back on his feet, and the central referee will surely get us underway any moment from now. Once again, it has been a lively and a brilliant start to this grand and great final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. And in case you're just joining us, this is also coming to you live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and YouTube. At the commentary desk, Lamin Fati, Saliu Jallow and Isaba. Behind camera operations is Osman and Newman Satacham. A long one into the half of Sintet United, partly cleared by Sintet United, still in their own half. It's going to be a great run through Alassana Baji. Not for too long, Sintet United regain possession. It is Sumare on the attack for Sintet United or Sintet Football Club, and Sintet Football Club will now use the left side to penetrate. Can they get something from that? Let's wait and see. It is Jajo on the left side now, trying to dribble past his marker. Lost it. That's a serious tackle. That's a tackle, and a tackle on the player for Sintet Football Club. And the central referee, the central referee very close to the scene, and he has already given the opportunity. An opportunity to Sintet Football Club, and Sintet Football Club will now have the opportunity to benefit from this decent delivery.
Well, that is a family tackle, Pafati.
That's of course yes, a family tackle from Tamba to Tamba, if I may get it right. That is going to be a set piece for Sintet Football Club. Sintet Football Club, dressed in multiple colored shirts, blue shirts and dark blue socks, playing from our left to right from where we are seated, while Sintet United in red colors, playing from our right to left. It is now the turn of Sintet Football Club, who are the winners of the 2023 edition against the runners-up of the last edition, Sintet United. And Sintet United in the last edition lost to Kamanka on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. This time around, trying to test the goalkeeper from distance, unfortunately failed in the process. It's a goal kick to Sintet United, and currently the force have nothing separating the two, and a goal in this contest will definitely change the dynamics, and we are going to either have a victory in regulation or post-match shootout will decide the winner. If we can't get it in regulation, are we going to get it the Brikama way? Remains to be seen.
Well, it's West Coast.
Of course, we are in West Coast and we are in Foni this time around. It is either going to be in regulation, a replay or post-match shootout to decide the winner between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. If we don't have a winner in regulation, it is now left to the organizing committee to decide whether to get in a replay or post-match shootout will solely get us the decider. But of course, this has been a huge and a hugely turnout as far as this grand final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club is concerned. Which of the sides will lay a hand on the giant trophy and the whooping cash prize remains to be seen. Advantage Sintet United or Sintet Football Club, and the right back and number 12 will get that. Ansumana Sanyang. Ansumana Sanyang is the right back and number 12. Obakari Diba for Sintet Football Club, and Sintet Football Club partly done this time around by Sintet United, dressed in red colors. It's another opportunity for Sintet Football Club once again. Another long one into the half. Are they going to leave that ball for the goalkeeper? Straight into the gloves of the custodian Sambujang Kamara. Sambujang Kamara is the net for Sintet United and currently asking his players to move upwards. It is 0-0 at the football field. Live on LSTV1 between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United in the Foni Jarrol District Football Final. We're either going to get it in regulation, post-match shootout Nisaba, or a replay to decide the winner.
It is not looking to be a game of too many goals as for now, because both sides are trying to be as tactically disciplined as they possibly can be. Both guys are busy on their technical area. Their boys are on their respective zones, respective areas, close down every available space. So a goal we are hoping to see. How long we wait for the goal remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, both teams are far on their defensive halves.
Both sides working hard to lay a hand on the breakthrough. Can we get that from Sintet Football Club? Player Rasul, the play on, says the central referee. It is now the turn of Sintet United in their own half, trying to discipline that ball this time. Player Rasul, and this time around Alasana Baje, rewarded by the central referee. Claps from the set of supporters of Sintet United. Sintet dressed in red colors, while Sintet Football Club in white, blue and red colors, red socks, blue shorts and dark blue socks. And of course these are giving us a great display of talent right from the beginning to the number of minutes played so far in this contest.
This Alassane Abaji for Sintet United looks to be a good player, and the number 8 on the red, for sure he's somehow running the game in the middle of the park, and every good thing from the Sintet United side is from him, based on my observation for now.
Oh yeah, Alassane, incredible player, pulling the strings in the heart of midfield for Sintet United, and currently it is 0-0. It is still 0-0 from the Jarrol football field in the Foni Jarrol District Football Final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Which of these two Sintet sides will be crowned champions of 2024-25 remains to be seen. Is it going to be Sintet United or Sintet FC? But one thing is for sure, the trophy is no doubt heading to Sintet Isaba.
It is heading to Sintet, but these are two communities who love to be united at the end of the day, knowing that it goes back to their own. Some time past, it doesn't used to be too many different teams, it just used to be one, and but maybe this is turning out to be of huge advantage to them. Come one day, it is going to our land. They will say our land, our cup is turning out to be one this afternoon. It is Sintet in the end. Whereas Sintet, in fact, there are so many people who cannot differentiate the two parts. And if you talk about Sintet, they struggle to differentiate them. Some of us here may be able to, because are teams of different calculus and so on and so forth. But in the end, it is all seen that in the end it is a community of one Alcalo, and that makes it absolutely beautiful.
Well, one thing that I will urge the faithfuls of Foni Jarrol is to make good use of this football ground. This is a very good ground to be precise. If they have the support, trust me, we will see talents emerging from this football ground. You look at this game today, an end-to-end football. As I did mention about the number 8, but there are many number 8 in this. There are many good players in this game. Of Foni Jarrol to be precise, as a district. That's going to be the first card. The issue to the number 10, Lamin Kamba. While the number 14 is serious situation right now. Keko Jasi receiving some medical attention. Here just around our committee next. As talking about the football field, the football ground of Foni Jarrol. You look at the turnout. Look at those boys on top of that building. And you look at the dressing room, it's very promising. Well, I've seen 2 tanks, whether there is water or not, I don't know.
What you are talking about?
But when you look at the ground, what do you think is the missing element in this ground? The missing element.
Well, there are some pieces that has to come together. Some players do complain about the ground with some of the topography of it, but these are things that like they say, Rome was not built on one day. It takes a process. So it is a journey for sure that the committees are working hard towards solving and ensuring that the ground is as good as it possibly can be. But the ground is definitely big. It's a ground that is left for the youth of Foni Jarrol to have the field, and they do have one. So it's about working now and bringing the topography of the ground in level, ensuring that maybe in the long run having some artificial turf and the dressing room being expanded. But it is a journey, it is a process, and hopefully in the end that Rome will be fulfilled.
There we go. Earlier on, Salutalo is a bar, and it is just a minute of additional time here at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field in the old Sintet affair. Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. Are we going to have a 0-0 scoreline at halftime? Remains to be seen. Just a minute added on by the assistant or the 4th assistant referee Hassan Najaju. And any moment from now, the central referee Ansumana Jiba might be doing the cutting as far as the 4th service concerned. Around the area, Sintet Football Club. Back to you, Salujalo.
Well, the better side in this first half, you might give the double-2. But it's Sintet United who created, more opportunities than their opponents. Registered a shot on target or 2 to be precise. But Sintet also yet to register a shot on target. But then as I was talking about the number 8 Alison Apache, people will tell you it's like father like son. This father Lamin Paji, who played for St. Martin FC, was also a joy to watch in this beautiful game of football. It's like he picked it from where his father left it there, sir. And of course, talents are born in Foni Jarrol to be precise.
Thank you all very much. And it's a goal kick for Sintet Football Club, and there we go. It is half-time between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Nothing separating these two. They have to scuffle and work it out as far as the second half is concerned. And this is where we're going to have 15 minutes of rest, and do join us in the next 15 for the continuation. And we'll only hand the mic to Saliu Jalo for some cheat starts with the chairperson of Foni Jarrol District Football Committee. Until then, it has been Parliament for the Saliu Jalo Isaba, and behind camera operations is Osman and Niman Sadajam. It is currently Sintet FC 0, Sintet United 0.
Thank you very much, Pafati. Indeed, it is goalless at half time here at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field. And now we will engage Mr. Alassana Sanyang, the District Chairman, to be precise. Mr. Sanyang, how do you feel today? Close of a very
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Salu, thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to thank the LSTV crew. This is the first time coming to our ground to at least cover our final, that is 2024-2025 season between Sintet United versus Sintet FC. And I am the most happiest president so far as Foni Jarrol district football is concerned, because during my time is when we had this very, very exciting moment. We have these two teams from the same end, and having LSTV, that is you and Parfati and your co-journalists on the ground here. And as the first half has ended, I've seen beautiful football from the two sides, and the ground is very, very calm from the two sides of the teams, that is Sintet United and Sintet FC fans. They are very they comported themselves, and there is no, I think I can see the place is very calm. There is nothing like fear of violence erupting from either end of these two sets.
Chairman, you rose through the ranks of being a football commentator here in this district, Foni, as a PR to precise, and all of a sudden when the previous chairman left the stage, you emerge as the chosen one. Of course, the chosen one to precise, the elected one to guide the Foni district football to another level, to another journey of success. But we are in the cap of a PRO today. You look at the turnout, the ambience. What does this tell you?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Like you said, I rose through different. From a footballer, I can say. I was playing for my team, that is Wasadu FC, and then when I just left the football, I decided to at least do some work, that is join the force, that is the military. And then I started,
permission, sir.
Don't worry, I am now an ex-soldier.
But still, once a soldier is always a soldier.
So I got the zeal of coming to join my district football committee when I was out in Sudan, Darfur, where I started this commentary. I was the English commentator and out there for the Gambian contingent. And when I came back, and then I said, why not I do it for my own people when I was doing it outside there. So this is how I joined the committee. And the chairman, who is there, Fache Ajame, is my predecessor. He is here with me. He opened his. Let's make sure that at least we take football to the next another level, and exactly that's how we are able to do it.
How difficult is it to chair football in this district? How difficult is it?
Well, it is difficult and not difficult, I can say, because like you said, when I was with him, it was through PRO, first vice, and now I am the football president. Though there are a lot of difficulties that we normally face, not only to say from teams, but then the ground self. You can see the ground.
Well, we will come to that.
Exactly. So these are problems that we are facing in the district here. Though in times of violence, you cannot just eradicate it totally, but then
you can minimize it.
We can minimize it, and that is what we are doing with the people of Foni Jarrol here. And then likewise support also. And even my predecessor was facing those things, and then I was with him. And when I came, we wrote letters to different institutions, GSMs, but unfortunately during my time we are not lucky to get support from.
Well, it is still your time, and your prayers might still reach heaven, and people watching the diaspora.
Exactly.
Your people in Foni Jarrol district needs your support. They need your help in the quest of promoting local football, community football.
Exactly.
Today you have seen your brothers playing football here. It's because of the hard work done behind the scenes.
Exactly.
And I only hope you saw it behind the scenes. The prayers and even the insults that they receive on match days.
Exactly.
You cannot count them.
Exactly.
The take home is nothing.
Exactly.
But the mission is to, of course, unify the faithful of Foni Jarrol and to bring them under one umbrella.
Very right.
Those viewers out there. Isn't that just emotional for you, watching from distance, that my land is playing, my home is playing? What have I done for my community? It is $1 million question you need to ask yourself. But Mr. Chairman, coming down to the ground, this is a land of where the West Coast Cup landed two times.
Very well, very well.
But you look at the ground, well fed, one might say, and the ground is well placed, just a stone throw
To the highway.
to the highway, the main highway to be precise. A very good location, a stone throw to be precise. Digande fil bi ak tali bi digande bakken ak gemeñ lam mu nekk lu am solo. Yes indeed, Mr. Chairman, what needs to be done to, of course, change this football field to a modern one?
Yes, that is a very good question, Saliu. Most of the teams, I can say, in fact, some of the villages feel reluctant to join the tournament.
Why did they feel reluctant
Yes.
to participate in this district tournament?
Yes, because what they normally complain is that the field is too rocky, and then they would not want to risk their players coming here and then getting injured. And then we normally tell them that you are very right on that. But we cannot also sit. What we can do is what? Try to also see the little adjustments that we can do on the ground.
Well, Bakeyo, is it Bakoyo Jase? Just of course had a very serious injury in the first half,
Exactly.
and he was well attended by the medics. That was a very serious injury.
Exactly.
But away from the ground itself, why the reason of those teams not participating as well?
Yes, like I said,
Is it because of the way football is governed here?
Not actually the way football is governed here. Saliu, teams sometimes they find it difficult financially, and then what they normally feel is that paying a registration fee to come and join, and with all the expenditures that they do, people what they expect sometimes. You now expect to pay, and then you expect to go with 100,000, 50,000, and so, and then a committee that is struggling to get the funds to even try to make sure that they pay the referees.
I want you to look at the cameras. Talking about this, I want you to look at the camera from distance.
All right. Like I told you, because you cannot expect the committee where you are paying, let's say, a $7,000 fee for 2 leagues. That is a knockout and the league, a $7,000 fee. And you come and participate, you expect that, yes, these committees must keep this money. They need not to use this money. But we also have a role to play. We have to make sure that we put things in order. And when we don't put those things in order, there is no way that football will go. You have to pay the referees. You have to make sure that certain logistics have to be put in place. The field. We have to make sure that at least during the rainy season, we have to at least put some tips to other people to come and help us to walk on the ground. Now look at this. We thank the chief of the district, who, when these people, the Samaget, those that are constructing the roads, he was the one who tried to at least. But when they came, luckily, we were very lucky. When they wanted the president to come here for a meeting, they just came in and tried to at least walk on the ground. Unfortunately, the meeting didn't hold, but it's an advantage.
The president, that is President Amabaro, was supposed to have a meeting here. And that's why they came here to walk on the field.
Exactly.
But your prayers reach heaven. The president did not come here. And of course, football is alive and well here. But then, have you reached out to the West Coast Region Football Association? Part of their mantra in this West Coast Zonal competition is to support the struggling zones. But feels like this, don't you think they need support?
Very well, we definitely need support. I have to commend the chairman for Foni Sport, that is Mr. Sambaketa. This is somebody, whenever I knock on this door, Sambaketa is there for me always, and he is ready to listen, he is ready to guide. So I have to thank him very much. We are doing all our best with them to make sure that we change. As you know, the development of a field is not easy. As a committee, we cannot take up the challenge to say that we will develop this field to standard without having support.
Okay.
So our brothers out there, we want them at least. We cannot wait for the government or wait for other people. It's our land.
Why is the trophy named after MH Bar?
Very good. It's a very good question. MH, like I said, is a very, very good and open brother in the Foni Jarrol district here. I myself, speaking personally, always I have interaction with MH. As a football president, MH will give me words of advice. Always MH is advising me that this is our land and this is where we have. We need to support each other, regardless of whether you have the finance or not. But your words alone can bring something in the district. And when MH demise, it's something that touched my heart, and it touched the heart of the people of Foni Jarrol, because he has been there for us, and this is why we dedicated this trophy to him in his memory.
May he so rest in peace. Thank you very much, Chairman. Pleasure having you. He's the chairman of the Foni Jarrol Sport Committee, Football Committee precise, and he's Mr. Asmana Sanya. Now we have Esaba, my colleague, of course, from the media. Esaba, thank you for welcoming us. Thank you very much, brother. We are so happy. Take us through community football in Foni Jarrol.
You're very welcome. The youth of Foni Jarrol absolutely love football, and this is what they breathe, this is what they enjoy. They are always supported and motivated by their respective districts, and you can see how passionate the supporters are. But in so many zones, Sally, you used to attend football, you see supporters only in the final. Here we tell you that whether it is a final or not, the field is always crowded, it's absolutely always full. The people here love football.
and football is absolutely loved in this area. It's football that they breathe. Football brings them together. Football unites them. You see communities of the same area like you are seeing here today, supporting and cheering each other, and you can see how decorum is maintained here, how disciplined people are, how committed are they are towards glory. Salut.
Well, take us through the first 45 minutes of this game between Sintet FC and Sintet United.
Tough team, but to be fair, Sintet United have been a bit of the better side. They created better chances. They are much more tactical discipline. They are much more faster. Sintet FC though looks to be like Real Madrid today. They look to be here only for the victory, and they might be searching for that first chance, begging for that first chance. Whether they will have that chance or not remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, when they have that, they could make it bounce, because they have a very experienced gaffer in Ismaila Tamba, who has been one of the leading powerhouses in recent times in Foni Jarrol football. So it was a tough first half, fiercely contested, and we are looking forward to a frantic second half of football.
Well, it has been said Foni Jarrol is where talents are born and scouted. What is your response to that?
That's true. In fact, you might have known Suleiman Mare, Gambian national team player. According to report, has a strong link with Wasadu, a village in Foni Jarrol, one of the biggest powerhouse in Foni Jarrol.
Well, your chairman plays for Wasadu then.
Exactly. So yeah, exactly. Even our MP, I've been told, was a fantastic footballer. So talents are really scouted here. Falcons, Real de Banjul are all having talents. TMT, Pamodu Tamba might be watching. One of his brothers is playing for TMT, played for TMT in the last FA Cup final. So there are so many talents that come from Foni Jarrol that are playing in the contest of division, but some of them have even went on to make it professional level in professional football. Salim.
What does this tell you when it comes to community football and the lack of support sometimes they have?
It's a challenging thing, and if we don't support our own, we will not be able to support anyone. This is better coming down to the communities, coming back down to the young one, giving them the absolute support they need. And as journalists, I think we are trying to close that gap. The Western media only focus on the Western world, so it is our responsibility as young journalists to come back to the grassroots level. We were of course together, I think, around Fuladu close a year ago, and so many grounds. But it's a fantasy journey, and the second period is coming to start.
Thank you very much. The second period is coming to start. That was Esabai calling in the media, and of course I am Sintet Utd. We head to the second half commentary with Paul Ahmed Fathi and co. It is less than half time, and Paul will surely take us through. You hear the sound behind. That is probably officially sponsored by a Fuller DJ who is in the land of jewelers and fullers. So don't be surprised. And this is DJ Nyakasi beat behind the scenes. But Haliara, he mentioned Ariala, but Ariala is in Buyab, to be precise. Pies, over to you.
Welcome back, and special thanks to Sintet Utd and Isaba for the halftime chit-chat with the chairperson of Foni Jarrol District Football Committee. And welcome back to the Foni Jarrol football field, where you might be getting our voices and signals from. We also coming to you live on LSTV, on both Facebook and YouTube. Parliament for the Sintet Utd and Isaba, and Osman and Imas are the behind camera operations. Of course, it is the all Sintet affair, all Sintet derby between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. Of course, yes, we had the entire first half without a goal. Solely we will have goals raining in the second half, either in regulation or post-match shootout will decide the winner. It's a strong delivery coming from Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. Great control by Alassane Abaji, who launched that ball forward, trying to connect the run of the center forward. And number 7, Bakari Paji. This time around, the ball rolls into the gloves of the custodian Abdoulaye Dabo, and Abdoulaye is the goalkeeper, and the opposite goal post is Sambujan Kamaran. In case you're just joining us, Sintet United is starting with Abdoulaye Dabo in goal, or Sintet FC is starting with Abdoulaye Dabo 1 in goal, Bakari Diba, Nano Tamba, and Sumana Sanyang, Suleiman Jame, Modu Sumare, Kekoyo Jasi, Demba Jaju, Keba Tamba, Lamin White Tamba, and Seku Sambo, completing the 11 for Ismaila Tamba's side. And Ismaila is having the assistance of Modu Sowan, Omar Jallo as force and assistant coaches. This time around it is Sintet United. Solid defensive work coming from Sintet Football Club, trying to keep that ball in play. Already the flag of the assistant referee. Up and up again, Sintet United, and Sintet Football Club will have the opportunity. Now Sintet Football Club playing from our right to left from where we are seated, while Sintet United kicking from our left to right. It is now the turn of Sintet Football Club on a quick defensive mission, partly done by Sintet United player. Just there in time to get that ball off the area for a throw-in, and it's going to be a throw-in, and it's a throw-in for the boys in red colors, Sintet Football Club or Sintet United. It's a long one coming from Sintet United, trying to get that something from that. This time around, will they be able to keep that ball in play? It's already a goal kick as signaled by the central referee. It has been few minutes into the contest, and it is currently 0-0. Few minutes into the second half, to be precise. It is still 0-0 between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. Sintet Football Club won the tournament in 2023, while Sintet United never had a hand on the trophy. If they are to win it, they're going to win it for the very first time, and if they are to win it, they're going to win it for the very first time against their fellow counterparts in Sintet Football Club. While Sintet Football Club won it in 2023, and they will definitely want to lay a hand against a side that they defeated last season.
Chance for the team into the man in orange gloves. Well, of course, you need the right for Fati, for FC. They know how sweet victory is. They know how sweet glory is. When they were together, they celebrated glory nights and days, to be precise. When they celebrated, Sintet FC went on to be crowned champions in 2023. And United went on to lose the final against Kambanka, to be precise. I hope I pronounce your right. But then we also recognize the presence of the Red Cross, to be precise, Carrying for Life, who have of course toiled and moiled with the sport committee since the first game to the final game today, Pafati. So many thanks to the Red Cross for of course being with us in this beautiful game of football, Pafati.
Special thanks to the volunteers, the Red Cross to be precise. They've been our reliable partners right from the beginning to the end. Of course, yes, it's going to be a delivery for Sintet United, and this time around is a Sintet United who recovered that quickly, not for too long. It is now the boys in red, blue and white colors, Sintet FC, and Sintet Football Club will surely have the opportunity to recover this ball, and Sintet United this time around, dressed in red colors, lost possession to Sintet Football Club. This time around is a decent delivery. Sintet Football Club trying to unlock the defense of Sintet United. Already the ball has been blocked to touch for a throw-in for Sintet Football Club, and Sintet Football Club is under the guidance of Ismail Atamba, having the assistance of Modu Sow and Omar Rejalo. On the other dogard is Alaji Korta, Lamin Dabu and Mustafa Paji, and the central referee is Ansumana Jiva, Siaka Dabo, Simon Sambu and Hassan Jaju. It's going to be an attack coming from Sintet United. And Sintet United now playing from our left to right, and already is an infringement on the player. And there is a player currently down injured for Sintet United, and Sintet United will solely have the opportunity to benefit from this set piece, of course, and at a great position. There is a player down injured for Sintet United, and the central referee is currently on the player, trying to assess his level of injury first before deciding what to do. The player seems to be okay. He is currently back on his feet for Sintet United Football Club. Which of the sides will find the back of the net for the first time this evening remains to be seen. Is it going to be Sintet United or Sintet Football Club? Remains the biggest ambition, of course, the biggest question. It's going to be a delivery, and a delivery to Mahmoudou Baji, and Mahmoudou Baji is the player currently on the ball, 17 on his back for Sintet United. The rest in red and white socks, red swords and red and white socks. And Sintet United now playing from our left to right from where we are seated. Of course, yes, it has been a great turnout at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field, and it is the ground currently hosting the District Football Final. Of course, the old Sintet affair between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Can Sintet United get something from this delivery? This time around, inches off the area, and it's going to be a goal kick. Of course, he seems to be the dead ball specialist. I think Isaba, this is one of his set pieces. This one coming very close to find the back of the net, and just as we said earlier, a goal will definitely change the entire dynamics of this contest.
Indeed, goals are what football is, and when you find them, the whole context of the game changes. And in the first half, he did have a very good free kick that went a little or inches wide. This one too became agonizingly close. He's getting close, so Sintet FC got to be wary on that, creating some faults around the penalty area because Sintet United have those strands. But far is turning out to be fiercely battle, and I'm not seeing more than a goal or two in this game, Pa.
There we go, back to the live commentary. It is a clash between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club from the Jarrol football field. Of course, the Foni Jarrol district football final and all the Sintet affair. A double substitution for Sintet Football Club. And any moment from now, Sintet Football Club is currently effecting or introducing two fresh legs, and Demba Jaju is coming off. Demba Jaju is the first player that is coming off for Sintet Football Club, and he is already being replaced by Lamin Manjang. And the second player, we have to confirm his number first. And the number 4 for Sintet FC, Nano Tamba, is off and also replaced by Alpha Jalo, number 9. Saliu Jalo, 2 tired legs taking off and 2 fresh legs introduced.
I believe Teko Tamba already put something that you need to amend. You look at the first half. The first half was well dominated by Sintet United, and probably that was a spot on from him. Let's see what the 2 players that are in for Sintet FC have for us in this second half of play here, Pafadi to play size. But that, of course, they will tell you the second half is always important for the coach. Of course, coordinators as a vice coach for Nematula, and he will tell you after picking up a victory yesterday.
Thank you very much, Amadou Kasama, with a long one, partly cleared by Sintet FC. And it is now the opportunity for Sintet FC to allow that ball to roll out for a throw-in. And it's going to be taken by Sintet Football Club. Dressed in white, the red and blue socks and dark blue socks. Now playing from our right to left from where we are seated, while Sintet United kicking from our left to right. It is the turn of Sintet United, not for too long around the area. Sintet Football Club getting that ball forward, and already is an infringement as signaled by the central referee. And the referee is Ansumana Jiba. Siaka Dabo, first assistant referee. Simon Sambu, second assistant. And the 4th assistant referee is Hassan Jaju. From the district football final in Foni Jarrol between the Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. We already had 2 substitutions effected by Sintet FC, and it is now any moment from now the turn of Sintet United to introduce 2 fresh legs. Isaba is, of course, a coach, and he will be able to tell us how important the second half is. We have seen the beginning of the second half, seeing Sintet FC introducing 2 fresh legs, and also Sintet United this time around on the verge of getting 2 fresh legs. I think this must be an important moment for both covers.
Yeah, very important moment, but now it's time for tactic, it's time for focus, it's time for concentration, because any goal will be difficult to wipe out, and it is any team that score here now would have the advantage of wasting as much time as they possibly can, and you don't blame them. I remember there was a game I was trailing, and the assistant governor was like starting at the opponent's player for going down. I turned back and said, they have all rights to go down. They are winning, and if you are winning, you urge your players to do the same thing. That's why, you know, it's always advisable you try to score as fast as you possibly can. Which, like Salu alluded to initially, we won yesterday and we scored as early as 15 minutes. But both teams now will be definitely tactically disciplined, tactically focused, and tactically sharp. They are ought to be. The concentration has to be absolutely up.
Thank you very much, Isaba Aliaron Saliu Jalo. Any moment from now, it's going to be a dual substitution for Sintet United, and Sintet United will substitute 2 tired legs and introduce 2 fresh legs. It is now the opportunity for both players to have the minutes as far as this grand final is concerned. And the player that is coming out is Sanusi Baro and will be replaced by Modlamin Jayten, number 11. And the other player coming out for Sintet United is Mamudu Tamba, and Mamudu will be replaced by Jalamang Kole. And Jalamang is the second player to be introduced by Sintet United. And it is already 0-0 at the Foni Jarrol district football field. And any moment from now, double substitution effected by Sintet United. And already is a giant wall assembled by Sintet Football Club, and Sintet United will benefit from this set piece. Another decent one. Ball being pumped away by the goalkeeper. That nearly troubled the goalkeeper, Saliu Jallow. But fortunately for the netminder, he was just on spot to palm that ball away. Of course, it's going to be a corner for Sintet United once again. And Sintet United is currently playing a 0-0 scoreline against the Sintet Football Club. From the Jarrol football field in Foni Jarrol, and it is live on LSTV1. It's going to be a corner once again for the boys in red color. Sintet United under the guidance of Alaji Korta. A decent one. Is that going to be the goal? Another opportunity wasted, and of course a glorious opportunity, Saliu Jallow. That would have been the breakthrough for Sintet United.
Well, there have been asking questions. They have been knocking the doors of Sintet FC. The showstopper went out. He couldn't handle that. He couldn't have a touch. But of course, there was a savior that saved them, and they have to defend this one again, Pafati.
It's a corner once again for Sintet United. Cross on the crossbar. That was another glorious opportunity. I think this has to be a wake-up call for Sintet Football Club. Sintet United continue to pile pressure in search for a breakthrough. Yes, but that was definitely very close. Sintet United came very close to scoring. First, they came very close, and the second one was just from a corner.
Have you seen what the goalkeeper did there before the corner? He urged one player to go in the first bar, another in the other, and the one who saved the ball, he did ask him to go there. Initially he refused and forced him to go there. He stepped out, and eventually he was in line to save the ball. That is a brilliant piece of goalkeeping. He is in charge of the penalty area, and everything that happens there is his responsibility. And the one he forcefully placed there ended up saving their lives. So the goalkeeper deserves all praise in the world on that.
All praises to the goalkeeper for Sintet Football Club, and currently it is 0-0 between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. And Sintet United is not going to be a foul. The player must be disappointed. It's a throw-in, quickly taken, and will be taken quickly. And the right back and number 2 Bakari Diba will get that for Sintet United or Sintet Football Club. But before that, the flag of the assistant referee up against Sintet Football Club, and Sintet Football Club will surely get that once again through Bakari Diba. And Bakari Diba is cooperating on the right side of the defense for Coach Ismail Tamba boys, and already it's a decent one. It's going to be a chase on the far side for Sintet United, and Sintet United guarding that ball off the area for a goal kick to the boys in red and white colors, Sintet United. And Sintet United under the guidance of Alaji Korta, Lamin Dabo and Mustafa Apache. And Sintet United never won this trophy. They are looking for it for the very first time. The last time they came so close was in the last edition, where they got defeated by Kamanka on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. This time around, looking to win the competition for the very first time. Will they be able to get it? Of course, it's the biggest ambition, but of course the biggest question. And if they are able to do that, they have to do that against another combative Sintet Football Club. And already player Rasul, nothing given by the central referee, and it's going to be a throw-in, and a throw-in for Sintet United. The boys in red colors with the long one, player Rasul, central referee, just there in time to wave in for an infringement. It's going to be another opportunity for Sintet United to break, and Sintet United will still rely on Mahmoudou Baji to deliver this goal. They continue to search and search for a breakthrough, but currently it is 0-0. And in case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live from the Jarrol football field, and it is live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and YouTube. Parliament Fati Izaba, Saliu Jallow, and behind camera operations is Osman and Newman Satacham. Nothing separating these two, and we have to get it in regulation. A replay or post-match shootout will solely decide the winner. Is it going to be in regulation, post-match shootout, or a replay from the organizing committee? But before we introduce Saliu Jallow, it's going to be a delivery. It's going to be a delivery coming from the boys in white and red colors, Sintet United. And Sintet United having Mahmoudou Baji. This time around, Mahmoudou leaves it for the older player. This time around, inches off the area. And it's going to be a goal kick for Sintet Football Club. And Sintet Football Club now playing from our right to left from where we are seated, while Sintet United kicking from our right to left. It's a solid defensive work. Great defensive work coming from the central defender for Sintet Football Club. Not for too long. Sintet Football Club regain possession. Can they unlock the defense of Sintet Sintet United. They will now use the left side of the attack in time to penetrate. Floats that ball around the area. This time into the gloves of the netminder for Sintet United, Sambujang Kamara. Sambujang very much industrious in that goal post for Sintet United in trying to nullify all the dangers being posed by Sintet FC, and it is still Sintet FC nil, Sintet United nil. Sali Jarrol in regulation. Post-match shootout. A replay will decide the winner between these Sintet clubs of Sintet United and Sintet Football Club.
Well, of course, the rule has been circulated and it's been respected as well. A rule in Brikama, a rule in Composite football is the same rule here in Foni Jarrol district of beside Pafati. So if there is they'll need a full time, we go for a replay, Pafati. We are married to the rule, and so be it.
Confirmed. They have to either settle it in regulation or a replay will decide the winner between Sintet FC and Sintet United. And there we go. From the organizing committee, Alassane Abaji is the one taking the set piece. Two-man wall assemble. Another delivery. This time around, point partly by the goalkeeper. Sintet Football Club needs to be very much careful here. Sintet Football Club needs to be very much careful here. Looking at the numerous set pieces awarded to Sintet United. And Sintet United definitely came very close in many of those occasions.
Looking at the goalkeeper, his goalkeeping methods, it reminds me of Pinto of Barcelona. But I believe we need to work on his timing, his grip as well, because he has went down in two occasions and lost his timing. I believe we need to work on that. That is the showstopper of Sintet FC, or else he will cost them.
Or else we will cost them. There we go. It is never over until it is all over. Full time or replay will decide the winner between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Lively. It has been a lively fixture right from the beginning, from the morning through the afternoon, coming down to this evening at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field, and it is the ground straight into the gloves of the netminder. And the goalkeeper of Sintet FC is Abdullah Dabo. Abdullah Dabo is the netminder for Sintet Football Club, and in the opposite goal post is Sambujang Kamara. Any moment from now, it's going to be a dual substitution. Dual substitution. If the green light of the central referee is given, it's going to be an attack, and straight away into the gloves of the opposite goalkeeper, Sambujang Kamara. Esaba, in regulation, if there is no winner, we're heading back to the Jarrol football field for a replay.
There are so many complaints that it is financially motivated, and the answer is definitely yes. But I remember, Salif and I were in Serekunda East, and including UPA party, which post FS game was postponed to another contest, and I was told that it went home, if I'm right, $78,000. Yeah. So which for me, that replay game was absolutely good. That is a money more than most trophy winning prizes. So if the team also can get a percentage from this game, which is enough to cater for their expenses and stuff, then for me it's a very good decision.
There we go. It's about Aliron Saliu Jallo. Double substitution. And Sintet FC is taking off Sumare. Modus Sumare is already off, and he's been replaced by Francis Gomez. Francis Gomez introduced, and the next player to be taking off, we have to wait. We have to wait for that confirmation. And he's the number 2, if we may get it right. Number 12. We have to confirm. We have to confirm that. And the player coming in is Osman Bari. And number 12, Bakari Diba, is coming off. Diba Bakari will be replaced by Usman Bari, 16 for Sintet Football Club. More and more fresh legs introduced at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field in this grand football final. Grand District Football Final between Sintet FC and Sintet United. And Sintet FC won its last in 2012 of the area. And it's going to be, and already the entire technical members aren't happy with that decision from the assistant referee of the area. And it's going to be, and already the entire technical members aren't happy with that decision from the assistant referee, but the central referee and the team has the final say. They are desperately in need of a goal here. If they want to lay a hand on this giant trophy and whatsoever is at stake, they definitely need to get a victory, and they will surely be crowned champions, and champions for the very first time as far as Foni Jarrol district football competition is concerned. Foni Jarrol district football competition. If you want to win it, it's either going to be Sintet FC this season or Sintet United. But one thing is certain, and for sure, the trophy is heading back to Sintet.
The trophy will be heading back to Sintet either today or another day, to be precise. Whatsoever it is, the trophy will surely leave the sport committee and is heading to Sintet, to be precise, Party. And you look at the turnout party here, and if you call for a replay, for now, maybe in the final touches of this final, the will start to recite the last verses of the Quran for a replay. You look at the turnout, the gate ticket, it's something huge.
The turnout is definitely massive and impressive. From the football field between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club is a long one from Sintet United. Glancing head around the area. Persons of headers and Sintet Football Club will use the right side of their target, try to get something from this. Floats that ball around the area. This time the goalkeeper missing it. And for the second time into the gloves of the netminder, and the goalkeeper for Sintet United is Sambujan Kamara, and in the opposite goal post is Abdullah Dabo. And in case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're still coming to you live from the Jarrol District Football Field in the grand football final. Of course, the district football final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United, and this game is also coming to you live on LSTV1, and you can watch this game live on either Facebook of LSTV1 on YouTube of LSTV1 from the Jarrol Football Field in the final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. What is the player trying to do? And already is a goal kick as signaled by the central referee, and it's a goal kick for Sintet Football Club, and Sintet FC will now rely on the netminder Abdullah Dabo to deliver that. It's either going to be Abdullah or the central defender to deliver this goal kick for Sintet Football Club. Of course, time running out for both sides. In football, it is never over until it is all over. We can still have more and more goals in this contest to settle the final in regulation. But if they can't settle it out in regulation in the first final, it's going to be a replay, and a replay will decide the winner between Sintet FC and Sintet United. And these two sides played or started from the group stages. Is that going to be an attack player, Rasul, and the central referee? This time around has already given the advantage to the boys in red, Sintet United, and Sintet United in their group stage. In Group A, it was Sintet FC, Jordan FC, Wasadu FC, and in Group B, Sintet United, Adulai FC, and Jarrol, but Jarrol back out. In Group C, we had Sintet FC, or Sintet FC 2, Arankon FC, and Kamanka Football Club, and these two sides booking their places in the quarterfinal. In the first quarterfinal, it was Sintet FC nil, Adulai FC nil, Sintet FC 1 on post-match shootout, and in the second semi-final, Sintet United 2, Kamanka 1. In the semi-final, Sintet FC 1, Jordan 1, Sintet FC 1 on post-match shootout. In the second semi-final, it was Sintet United 2, Arankon 1, and Sintet United and Sintet FC booking their places in this final. And here they are at the Foni Jarrol football field in the grand final of Foni Jarrol district football final between these two football clubs of Foni Sintet, and already is an infringement on the player. Is that going to be a time-wasting tactic? Anyway, we have to wait for the final whistle. It is either regulation or a replay will decide the winner between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United from the Jarrol football field and live on LSTV1. Parliament Party. Saliu Jallo and Esaba, and behind camera operations is Osman and Iman Sadacham. It's going to be a delivery, not a great one, around the center circles. It is now the boys in white, blue and red colors, Sintet Football Club, trying to unlock the defense of Sintet United, but already the player wrestled on the other end, and the flag of the assistant referee up against Sintet United, and Sintet FC will now have the opportunity. Time running out. 15 minutes into the second half unofficial. 15 minutes to go rather. 15 minutes to go unofficial, as the central referee and his team are the ones with the official timing. Time is getting older. It is getting older at the Foni Jarrol district football field. We will surely have 15 minutes of normal time and minutes of additional time to separate these two. If they can settle it out in regulation, post-match shootout will decide the winner. Esaba, Time getting older and older, and these two sides need to score in the next 15 minutes plus additional time, or else we will be coming back here for a replay.
And it is ever getting close to a replay, ever getting close to coming back to Foni Jarrol. Perhaps they will have one more glance. Oh, that's a good chance, Pa.
That's a glorious chance. Will they be able to capitalize? Sintet FC squares that ball on the other end. Not a very good control, and this time around the center forward. Mahmoud Baji dropping deep. This time around serving as a defensive player. Time running out. Time running out for both sides. They need to score in 15 minutes of normal time plus additional minutes, or else we will be coming back here at this football field in Foni Jarrol for the replay final, and replay final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United. If we are to have a goal here, of course, Salih Ujalo, it must be a late goal, and if any team should score here, probably might be a winner for the side.
Not only a winner, it might be a game over for the other side, because in community football, you know how it is. Anytime you have the lead, and the next minute you have seen that bimba football elsewhere, you know, just to defend it, and they will tell you anyhow is how. Anyhow will do. To the new one, we are nice. Probably the committee is also sitting on an egg, Pafati, waiting for a replay to be precise, Pafati. But overall, it is an end-to-end football. And we have seen the best side in the first half still dominated possession. That is of course Sintet United. But few chances for Sintet FC after making amendments from the substitutions. But then they have to defend him again. Pafati, over to you.
It's now the opportunity. Not for too long, Sintet Football Club recovered that in their own half. They will surely try to get that ball of the area. And this time around, player Rasul. The play on, says the assistant referee. It is now the new number 10, the new introduced player for Sintet United now, trying to cause some problems around the area. Sintet United, that one is integrate one as the ball rolls on the other end for a goal kick to Sintet Football Club. And Sintet Football Club nil. Sintet United nil from the Jarrol football field. Time running and running, thick and fast. Time running faster against Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Who is going to win it? If they are to win it, it must be in the last minute of this grand final at the Jarrol football field. There we go into the half of Sintet United Football Club, and Sintet United with a decent clearance, and any moment from now is going to be another substitution for Sintet Football Club. And Sintet Football Club will introduce Lamin Jobate. Who is he replacing? We have to wait. Lamin Jobate is the next player to be introduced, and he will replace Keba Tamba. Keba Tamba is the next player to be taken off by Sintet Football Club. It is now the turn of Sintet United, but before that, the flag of the assistant referee up against the said player, and the player is currently down, and the player is Bakari Baji, and it is substitution for Sintet Football Club. Sintet Football Club will now have the opportunity to take Keba Tamba out, and the captain Keba Tamba is coming off and will be replaced by Lamin Jobate.
That is of course the captain giving way to Jobate. But once again, just a rundown to the dignitaries here today in this grand finale between Sintet FC and Sintet United in the Foni Jarrol district. We recognize the presence of Mr. Ibrahim Akeke Sanyang, Chief, Mr. Lamin Tamba, Aisa Tamba, Sirifu Tamba. Well, the Tamba family are here with us, Pafati. Ibrahim Manjang, Mr. Sumana Manjang, Mr. Aliu Ture, Modu Paji, Yaya Pati, Aliu Badarasane, Papujang, Mr. Karamo Tamba, Akalo Mutulame Tamba, Kalaji, you have Akalo Seku Koli, you have Suteba, Kekulsar, Mr. Lamin Baji, Akalo Sintet, Fakeba Jame, ex-chairperson, you have Mr. Usman Pa. You have, of course,
the flag is up.
But the flag is already up. Offside, offside, offside. But coming into football, they hardly realize it. An offside. Pafati, over to you for now.
That's a goal, and but before the goal, the flag of the
Foni Jarrol football field. It is still goalless between Sintet FC and Sintet United. Will you watch? There's a yellow card to the number 7, that is Jubaje, the substitute precise. A relief, Sintet United as Sabah.
From where we are sitting, we cannot judge whether it is an offside or not. We cannot even debate the decision. But I love how confident the assistant referee was in his decision making. He did not even hesitate one thing. Whistle up in the air and he left it there hanging. So that's utter confidence from him. And you can see the security man immediately running on to protect him in the best way possible. But that's a referee for you. Trust in your judgment. Make your decision with utter confidence and composure. And that's exactly what he has done. And most people who might go against the decision from central referee, we are not in any position to judge an offside or not. So he is the one in charge of that job, and I think the confidence he showed, he exuded, indicated that it was in fact an offside.
There was a goal at the back of the net, and it won't count, and it will never count, because the scoreline is still goalless for Fati.
The scoreline is still goalless from the Foni Jarrol District Football Field in this year's Foni Jarrol District Football Final between Sintet Football Club and Sintet United, of course, an all Sintet affair. An all Sintet affair at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field. We have under 7 minutes of normal time, of course, it is unofficial. 7 minutes or under 7 minutes of normal time plus stoppage minutes. It's going to give us the entire minutes as far as this game is concerned. It is still Sintet FC nil, Sintet United nil. There is already a player down injured for Sintet United, and time running out for both Sintet FC and Sintet United. If we don't have a goal in the regulation, it's going to be a replay to decide the winner. Mahmoud Baji is taking off, and he is going to be replaced shortly. Mahmoud Baji is off and will be replaced by the 19 Ibrahim Cham. Mahmoud Baji 17 taking off and will be replaced by Ibrahim Cham we have to confirm that. But before confirmation, it has been a lively contest from the Jarrol football field in the grand final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Already is an infringement as signaled by the central referee, and any moment from now is going to be a substitution any moment from now, and we are still waiting for the green light from the central referee to give us those instructions. It is already an infringement as signaled by the assistant referee, and the player is currently down injured for Sintet Football Club, and it's going to be a substitution. Ibrahim Cham is coming in, and Amadou Gassama is already taken out. Amadou Gassama is 9 for Sintet United, and he is going to be replaced by Ibrahim, or has been replaced by Ibrahim Cham 19. Time running out for both Sintet FC and Sintet United. Of course, it has been a massive turnout, massive turnout with a lot of ambience at the Foni Jarrol District Football Field in this year's Foni Jarrol District Football Final between Sintet FC and Sintet United. Of course, it's an all Sintet affair. One thing is certain and for sure: the victory and also the trophy is heading to Sintet this year, either to Sintet United or Sintet Football Club. But already it is 0-0. They have to settle it out here in regulation, or it's going to be a replay to decide the winner between these two football clubs of the community of Sintet. Already is the number 7 who surged forward, Bakari Bakari getting that ball forward, squares that ball, trying to connect the run of the number 11 up front. Unfortunately, the ball is too strong as it rolls on the other end for a goal kick. It's a goal kick for Sintet FC, and Sintet FC will now rely on their netminder Abdoulaye Dabo. Abdoulaye Dabo is the goalkeeper. There is already a player down injured for Sintet United, and the player will be attended by the central referee first before allowing the medics to come to the rescue of the said player. Time running out. If we are to have a goal, Salu, this is definitely going to be a late goal, and possibly if we are to have a goal, it's going to be a late goal and a late winner coming from either Sintet United or Sintet FC.
Then that will be a killer goal. Others will go home with, of course, tears of joy. Others with tears of sorrow, sadness, or precise. But then at the end, it's like the trophy after Kalaji is heading to Sintet to precise, Pafati. We look at the turnout today, Pafati. This is community football at best, and we love this. This is why we always urge the authorities, the Council of Elders out there, to help support those under, especially the sport committees to help them develop local football, grassroots football at its best. You look at the ground, there are missing elements in this ground. If it's already done and dusted, you'll of course see talents here. You'll see beautiful football here in this beautiful ground here in Foni Jarrol. But it is never over until it is all over. Pafati, there's still chance for a miracle to happen here in Foni Jarrol.
We still have time and time. The central referee is constantly checking on his wrist. And we are now moving and getting closer to the end of this fixture. Are we going to have a late goal and a late winner? That was definitely a handball. That was definitely a handball on the player Bakari Baji. 2 minutes unofficial of normal time plus additional minutes between these two sides. Anyway, time running out. Running out for both Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Are we coming back for a replay? Or are we going to have a late goal and a late winner? But already the flag of the assistant referee up against Sintet United once again. But this time around it's now going to be the opportunity for Sintet United to deliver this deep in their own half. And the boys in red and white colors will now have another substitution to effect.
I think Sintet put in a very good striker in Alpha. If he improves on his positioning in the final third, then he can be a very, very deadly striker because his finishing looks to be top class. So if his positioning is a bit more, then he can be a very good asset for the Sintet FC faithful.
He can be an incredible asset for the Sintet FC faithfuls. The forward introduced by Sintet Football Club, time running out. And we can't confirm that, but seemingly it's going to be 4 minutes of additional time. If we are able to exhaust the 4 minutes, anyway, we just need to wait for those confirmation. We have to wait for the confirmation. It is unofficial still. We are expecting 3 minutes of additional time, but it's still unofficial. We are currently into the final moments. The final moments of this grand final between Sintet United and Sintet Football Club. Massive turnout, great turnout. We have to give a very big tap on the shoulders of the organizing committee and also to the entire population of Jarrol. Jarrol as a district, and also those coming from other districts across the length and breadth of Foni. Of course, this has been a massive, it has been a massive turnout at the football field, and special thanks to all those monitoring us live on LSTV1, and a very big tap on a colleague and brother Pamodu Tamba, currently watching this game live on LSTV1 from his base in Berlin, Germany. It is currently signaling 3 minutes of additional time unofficial still. Anyway, is that going to be 4 minutes? We have to wait for the confirmation. Confirm 3 minutes will be added on. 3 minutes to be added on. 3 minutes for Sintet United to score. 3 minutes for Sintet FC to score, or else it's going to be a replay. It's going to be a replay back at the Foni Jarrol district football field, but we can still have goals. It is still possible for us to have goals in the final 3 minutes.
From the first 10 minutes or 15 initially, I told you it doesn't look to be a game of many